Some motorcycles were born great. Others had greatness bolted on by Hollywood. Tonight, 8 bikes of film turned into legend. What they were, when they were built, and how big they really got. Movies don't just show motorcycles, they mythologize them. A single stunt can turn a dealership model into a cultural landmark. A chase can stamp specs into memory and rewrite what a machine means. In this episode, 8 motorcycles that became icons because of movies. The scene that did it, the reasons it stuck, and the reality behind the romance, key specs, years of production, and what we know about how many made it into the world. Before Easy Rider, the chopper was a subculture. After it, the Captain America silhouette, long fork, high sissy bar, flag tank became a national myth. Under the costume was a Harley FL/FLH panhead donor, 74 cubic inches, 1,208 cubic centimeters, OHV V-twin, air-cooled, 4-speed, rigid-ish custom stance, more attitude than outright speed. Production reality, the panhead engine ran 1948 to 1965. The FL Big Twin chassis line spans the 40s onward with evolutions. The film bikes were custom builds, not a factory model. Sales, there was no serial Captain America to tally. The look sold, countless replicas and tribute builds, but Harley never published a separate total for chopper-styled FLHS. Why it became cult, symbolism and timing. In 1969, the bike read as freedom on 2 wheels. The image spread faster than any spec sheet could. To this day, a Stars and Stripes tank and a stretched fork still say Easy Rider before you even hit the starter. On screen, Steve McQueen's German bike was really a Triumph TR6 trophy, a British desert sledding costume. Specs and period, 649 cubic centimeters parallel twin, push rod, approximately 34 to 42 horsepower depending on tune, 4-speed, later 5-speed on related models, twin shocks, high pipes on some trims, production years 1956 to 1973 for the TR6 line out of Meriden. Sales. Triumph didn't publish one global cumulative number for TR6 alone. Period records point to tens of thousands over the run, with a huge US share. Why cult? The fence jump. One stunt, shot believably, fused rider and machine into a single idea. Audacity with mechanical grace. Viewers didn't memorize horsepower, they memorized that leap. Every modern scrambler in olive paint owes it a thank you. Jet wash, leather jacket, sunset runway. The GPZ 900R Ninja became a poster overnight. Specs when new, 908 cubic centimeters, DOHC inline 4, liquid-cooled, approximately 115 horsepower claim, 16 valve, 6-speed, world-class speed for 1984. Production years, 1984 to 2003 worldwide, a remarkably long run. Sales, Kawasaki never issued a single global total for the GPZ 900R. What we do know is the 19-year production and early sales spikes made Ninja a household word. Why cult? Aspiration you could buy. Not everyone can fly an F-14, but you could swing a leg over a Ninja. The sequel Supercharged H2 updates the fantasy, but the cultural lift began with the GPZ 900R's original screen time. Chrome, shotgun spin, in a drop into the LA River. The Fat Boy became indestructible cool. Early 90s spec reality, 1,340 cubic centimeters, Evolution V-twin in the Softail chassis, approximately 60 to 65 horsepower stock, floorboards, massive front disc look, heavy, planted, unmistakable. Production years. Launched 1990, the Fat Boy nameplate continues today through twin cam and Milwaukee 8 eras. Sales. Harley doesn't break out public, model-specific global totals. The Fat Boy has been one of the brand's best-known Softails for 3 decades, with recurring anniversary editions. Why cult? The chase itself. The bike reads as unstoppable mass. The character and machine merge. Non-riders who can't name any Harley can still name this one, because they can replay that drainage channel scene in their heads. Green Code, Midnight Freeway, Trinity threading a Ducati 996 through chaos. Specs: 996 cubic centimeters, 90-degree L twin, Desmo 4-valve heads, fuel injection, approximately 112 horsepower, trellis frame, single-sided swing arm, race art for the street. Production years: 1999 to 2002 for the 996 series with R/S variants. Sales: Ducati doesn't publish a single cumulative 996 base model total. The limited 996R was built in a small run, approximately 700 units, for homologation. Either way, the film did the heavy lifting. It turned Italian superbike into cyber noir myth. Why cult style plus choreography? The stunts feel tactile, the edit readable, so the bike earns every gasp. For many, Ducati became synonymous with speed and danger because of this chase. A handcuff bond, a leap over a helicopter, and a left field choice. The BMW R1200C, a German cruiser with an air oil-cooled 1,170 cubic centimeter boxer twin, approximately 61 HP, 5-speed, telelever front end, paralever rear. Not a superbike, but perfectly Bond, elegant and unexpected. Production years: 1997 to 2004. Sales: BMW reports 40,218 units, built including the related R850C, respectable for a niche cruiser. Why cult? Brand placement that fit the character. The scene broadened what a movie bike could be. Not just sport or chopper, but also a stylish oddball that works on screen. It gave the R1200C a second life in collectors' circles. Sun-bleached roads, police bikes gone feral. The KZ1000 is the sound of law and chaos in the same gear. Civilian specs in era: 1,015 to 1,052 cubic centimeters, DOHC inline 4, approximately 83 to 90 horsepower, 5-speed chain drive. Production years: KZ1000 street models from the late 70s, with police KZ1000P variants produced into the 2000s. U.S. fleets used them for decades. Sales: no consolidated global total. What made the KZ1000 ubiquitous was a long production span and broad police adoption. Why cult? World building that felt real. The bikes looked used, fast and dangerous. The KZ's howl became the soundtrack of a society running on fumes, and it minted the post-apocalyptic Street Fighter aesthetic customizers still copy. Not every icon needs a chase. Audrey Hepburn on a Vespa turned a scooter into pure joy. Typical period spec for a 150. Pressed steel monocoque, 2-stroke 150 cubic centimeters, 3-speed, approximately 5 to 8 horsepower. Floorboard ease, city range for days. Production years: Vespa 150 arrived mid-1950s in multiple iterations, VBA/VBB, etc. Vespa's 125/150 lines ran continuously with updates. Sales: model-specific 150 totals aren't published, but Vespa's brand cumulative sales run into the tens of millions. Contemporary histories credit Roman Holiday with a major early 50s sales boost in Europe, and the US cinema as the scooter's best ad. Why cult? Romance plus approachability. The film sold the idea anyone could ride, to work, to love, to freedom, and scooter culture never looked back. What do these machines share? Clarity, a readable silhouette, a stunt you can believe, a rider who looks like they were born on that seat. When a camera frames a motorcycle as a character, not a prop, the audience carries it off the screen, into garages, forums, and memory. The loop screen arrow, street arrow screen, makes legends. Specs matter. The scene makes them unforgettable. If this countdown woke up your inner collector, here's the honest map. Captain America choppers. You're buying art, not convenience. Replicas vary wildly. In spec craftsmanship, rake, trail. Triumph TR6. McQueen scramblers. Originals are vintage. Modern tribute scramblers give the vibe with fewer wrenching days. Top Gun Ninja GPZ 900R. Long runs mean parts exist. Condition and originality drive value more than miles. Harley Fat Boy T2. You're buying a scene, chrome condition, era-correct trim, and paperwork matter. Ducati 996. Gorgeous, demanding, budget for belts, cooling, and a good specialist. BMW R1200C. Unique ergonomics. Clean examples trade on bon cachet. Maintenance history is king. KZ1000/KZ1000P. Tons of police spec knowledge online. Expect age-related electrics and carb work. Vespa 150 period. Check for body rust on the monocoque. Licensed restorations hold value better than dubious resprays. Movies taught us that motorcycles are meeting with engines. A great scene doesn't just showcase a bike, it crowns it. Which screen machine owns your imagination? McQueen's Triumph at the fence, the Terminator's Fat Boy in the flood channel, Trinity's Midnight Ducati, the Ninja racing the runway, the KZ in the wasteland, or the Vespa that smiles back? Drop your pick, and if you've owned one, tell us what the specs can't, what it felt like. If this ride mixed popcorn with petrol, hit subscribe. Next time, we chase the engine's cinema made immortal.